Welcome everybody to Season 7 Captain's Draft. And I have, oh my god, I can hear myself. I'm sorry. I have Bean Jar versus Luminescent Stone. Weird.
Luminescent. Oh, okay then. Well, he has muted himself. Well, I will take over him for right now.
I did not mean to mute myself.
Go ahead, Bound.
Well, I can currently hear my voice, so I'm gonna wait for that. Until then, Raptor can go.
Okay. Well, as he just introduced, I am Raptor, joined by Found. Found's doing the play-by-play. I'm doing the color. We're back for some FOF, Bean Jar, Red Luminescent Stone. Very exciting to watch these games. I'm seeing a lot of people here that I have loved watching in the past, especially I Throw Meeps and Jeff God Gamer. My boy Dax is there. Very exciting to see it and see how we get into the draft right now. Funnily enough, there is no Bean Jar on Bean Jar. A little disappointed in that, but that's okay. They're doing their best.
Yes, and I'm back. It's good to be back. Don't keep the stream open if you're supposed to cast. This is not a good look. But with the bans being done, we knew the Bard ban was going to come through against I'm Throw Meeps, who is actually one of the best Bard one tricks I've seen. I saw some of his recent solo games. He's super good. It's a shame we're not going to get to see it.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope he is. He's got I Throw Meeps in the name. It's got Meeps in the name, but we have seen him in the past. He's been pretty good. So sad to see that not there. I'm hoping to see Milio this game. I know it's been a while since we've done an FOF league tournament with this, and he's come out since then. But I'm kind of hoping. I do love me some Milio.
I mean, absolutely. Actually, considering that we haven't seen Milio yet, why don't you explain a little bit about the champion, even if it doesn't come out today, because it will come out eventually.
Yeah. It's pretty simple. We can give a refresher when he comes back. So Milio, support. He is very simple kit. You can kick a soccer ball at people. It knocks them back. You can heal your allies with an AoE that also gives them more range. You can give them a cool little shield, and you can cleanse them. That's Milio in a nutshell. Oh, and his passive gives you fire.
It's kind of weird for Riot to make a champion that doesn't require a 6-page essay to explain. So.
Oh yeah, no. Like I looked at his kit and I was like, wow, it reads almost like Nasus. It's almost that simple.
bring it back.
Bring it back.
And so right away, 80 carries are being selected up. Jinx coming out blind, really throwing down the gauntlet from Jeff God, saying that it's going to be very difficult to come out for good counter pick. And right away with Varus coming back out, has Music Boy been more inclined to do the lethality, or does he actually still go through the on hit build?
I think last time I saw him play, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure he did lethality Varus. I mean, that was a while ago. So I can see him going either way. With the Rakan, I imagine he's probably go. I have to see. I've seen more of the comp. I feel like you pick your Varus based around what your comp is. So I'd have to see more with that. But with that Rakan, I honestly expect to see Bean Jar draft line like Thresh or Tom Kench here. Probably Thresh. Tom Kench is kind of trash right now. But Rakan will be fine. That's fine too. And Zed. I don't get to see that often.
Yeah, Jinx usually has pretty set partners for when you see her played. So without the Thresh, without the Tom Kench, it's a different form of projection with the Morgana. Can be difficult to pilot Morgana now with the recent meta changes. She does get outdueled by a lot of the other supports in lane. But if you manage to survive, I mean, the Black Shield always gives that same type of value. And with Zed coming out, we got a leader fan in the chat.
Nice. It says Sejuani coming out here. It's going to suck if you're Zed going onto that. But I think the Morgana pick is solid. It doesn't really matter if Moxus dies. As long as he gets the Black Shield onto Jeff God, that's all that matters. Like if Jinx has Black Shield on her, Rakan ult's not going to stop him. Sejuani ult, the Varus ult. This is a really big pick comp coming out of Red Luminescent Stone so far, which makes me think this is going to be poke Varus, like lethality Varus, sorry. I'm expecting him to try to one-shot snipe people, following up with his team. So having the Black Shield can allow you to escape a lot of that potential CCE that can be kind of layered up here. And if Jinx can escape getting caught, it's just not a lot of follow up from Red Luminescent in terms of DPS, so they could, I mean, it could be pretty easy for him to just kite back with the black shield on, pick people off. Though I honestly I like seeing Zed, but I do question it a little bit.
I mean, yeah, especially with it being picked so early, there are tons of good matchups into Zed. This is kind of the reason why he's been more of a red side counter pick recently. I mean, one of the good pairings with Zed would have been the Sejuani too, so limiting out on that's going to hurt. What Swiftly might have been looking for, especially since we already can see the jungle champion pool being pinched, it's going to force him into a more aggressive role.
Yeah, I would expect to see something like Lissandra or Morgana, anything that can really just do a point and click CC is pretty good counter to Zed.
Yeah, the Lissandra's a big one. With that still being up, that's a really easy match to play.
And I think I do remember Erebus in previous seasons having played the Lissandra, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Cassiopeia.
I guess that works. I mean, you do know that Zed's always going to land behind you, but you have to time that really well.
It does guarantee the ground, and
that's true.
The ultimate is very difficult to dodge on the back end. Now, Cassiopeia is always a skill matchup in basically every lane that she's in. She can either be outplayed or outplay, but there's very low damage on the side of the Bean Jar so far, so I can see why you'd go for that type of matchup. But right away with Lilia being selected up, there's a lot more mobility coming in from the jungle and top lane selections.
I'm just not so sure on this Bean Jar draft. It feels like the comp is kind of scattered a bit. I mean, like the Lilia is great, for the Cassante is good. I mean, that'll be nice. That could help, get some disengaged, push Sejuani out of a fight. Maybe even pushing Varus outway or Cass just to get him over a wall they can't get back over. That could be good, but I still question a bit about the Zed and the Lilia. Like, I guess the Lilia, you could hit the sleep. I mean, if you hit it on Varus or Cass, Zed can try to finish him, but the comp feels a little disjointed, especially because Cassante is the only frontline, and I guess I don't think he does that great hot into Camille. I mean, it is Camille, but there's just so much engage coming out of Red Luminescent Stone, and there's so much potential for ability for them to just all in on somebody. There's not really anybody outside of Cassante that can soak that up and kind of be that frontline pressure. So I don't know. I have to see how this goes. I mean, I've learned over the years never to question Jeff God. Jeff God can pull some wins. If the team puts all the eggs in his basket. Yeah, multi-time champion, the winningest AD carry in FOF history. I would assume that they're putting it all in the basket for him and it could go well, but I still think I'm giving this. I think RLS is, which I'm just realizing now, Red Luminescent Stone stands for. Very funny. I don't know. I would give it to them so far based on the comp. If this game goes late, I 100% give it to them.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be really difficult. I mean, Zed doesn't have really good assassination targets. It's going to be hard to kill lethality Varus. If that's going to be what we see, it's going to be really hard to kill Cassio because she builds a lot of armor. And she's also a champion that can go Frozen Heart. So that can make it really difficult to try to one-shot her later on. A lot of pressure on Swiftly being the only AP threat also, which you always kind of get backed into when you have to pick an AD mid and an AD top, which looks like they had already had that planned out, and they kind of just left Swiftly with the back end of that.
It feels like they were kind of expecting that they would just get Sejuani for free in the second rotation, which I think they threw everything off that they didn't. And so that's my major concern. But given how strong Sejuani is, I'm you should never expect that. You shouldn't expect you're gonna get the Sejuani if you don't pick her in the first rotation. I guess they were hoping for the mid match, but still, it's going to be, I think, determined very much in the first 10 minutes of this game how this is gonna go.
Yeah, lane's going to be super important with Meeps getting stunned up onto this tower. Only level 1 on the side of Moxus and Jeff God, so not a lot of kill pressure just yet. But that does force the Ignite out from Moxus, which is Summoner Spell positive trait early on. There's still plenty of pots to eat through for the side of Meeps.
Yeah, that's good. You get something out there, you kind of burn the Summoner. Still have to burn your own pots, but the Morgana's burning them too, so really good trade there. Good early aggression from Meeps. I think if they'd gotten that early kill, that could have been very bad for the side of Bean Jar. I think it would just made laning very painful. With that lead, it could have made it a difficult situation to be in. But I mean, it is a Morgana Jinx lane. It's always kind of in it.
Yeah, it's all. I mean, it's based almost entirely of hitting the deck binding for any kill pressure to come through. And something else we've yet to talk about with, they actually picked a lot of champions that Morgana is good into. This is the easiest black shields I've ever seen with the Sejuani ult, Varus ult, and Rakan spells. They're all extremely slow moving, so it's going to give a lot of avenues for Moxus to get that in. Brock Lee's going to fail the hook shot, so we'll be forced to flash away. Swiftly get a little bit of a punish there on that early game. Really fast 4-camp clear. 6-camp rather.
Yeah, I mean they know where Swifty is now, so I think it's the call for Dax to start going to the bottom lane. He's gonna get spotted on this word, so I don't expect that they're gonna be able to really do much with that. And I think he realizes it too. So, but still, a good attempt top lane, forcing that flash out of Brock Lee. Yes, he can still get away later on. It's gonna be hard to do a return gank, but it is made slightly easier, and there is potential. But Dax and Swifty looking for something here in mid lane. I think they both sniffed out the other.
Yeah, Shadow's still up. Swiftly's on a ward, so they know he's here. But this is just going to be the recall coming through. And are they going to wait? Shadow used, so if they were going to go, I mean, there's just more information on the side of RLS right now. So they're both going to opt to go for the recall. That's going to be canceled by the side of Swiftly. He looks like he's going to be heading top lane to try to punish that Camille, who's getting all in by the side of Jaffe. And Brock Lee's just going to get solo killed. And first blood over to the Cassante. Good trade.
Nice play there out of Jaffe, knowing the strengths of his champion. Very good play for him.
Yeah, little Nas X will be proud for that one. So with the kill going over to the side of the Cassante, a lot of early gold. Gonna be able to punish as I'm Solo King's gonna land the shadows with the electrocute and grab a kill in the mid lane. Well played. I mean, honestly, that was just everything landing on the side of Gooncave, who was looking for a recall to try to get that teleport out. And with that lane being reset, the CS advantage is massive in the mid lane. It's only going to be expanded. And Cassio is a really goal-dependent champion. So, as we see, the binding is going to land. So, Music Boy getting punished up a little bit. Waves getting pushed in. CS very comparable in the bot side, though. A little bit more, as there's going to be another attempt at a solo queue. Jaffe's going to go in. The hook shot's still going to be there, so able to get out nice and easy. As Music Boy slowed up by the E, forced to flash away. Swiftly's going to land it. The Empower W grabs it, as that's going to be the kill on side of Music Boy. I Throw Muse is going to be in a bit of trouble. Is going to be able to walk it out nice and safe. And now Dax still has his ultimate on, which is going to expire in just a second. Going to get the dash away. Stun's going to be there from the side of Sejuani, and a trade kill is going to go over for the side of Brock Lee, who is going to get some gold back after having been punished in that 1v1. So Solo King continuously getting good trades on the side of Goon, who is struggling really heavy in this lane. Not able to get good footing, which is going to lead to a very early dragon. 6:30 on the clock. This dragon will most likely be dead by around 6:45. So a really fast dragon spike, if that's going to be the side of Team Beanjar. They're going to continue to go for that. But I mean, the top side has just mainly been the major difference so far. Just playing so well from the side of Jaffe, Swiftly, and I'm Solo King, continuously getting those lane advantages.
Yeah, Beanjar finding the advantages, finding the opportunities, getting those leads that they really do need here. Dax looking for something on soloing. Ooh, the shadow
down. So it's forced to walk away. I'm Soul King is going to get stunned up. Oh, but going to dash back to the shadow. R's going to be dodged. The 1v1's going to go in, and Goon is going to be soloed out. The shadow usage is too good. The last sidestep will save his life. Well played to the Zed, just smurfing on him so far.
In the words of Doa, what was that? Soloing. Big play out of the Zed right there. Just juking around. Forces the flash out of Dax, out of Goon. Forces the ultimate out of Goon. And still gets the kill and still walks away. Beanjar just dominating in this game right now.
Dax is just going to get walk in. But now Soulking's going to have the electrocute coming back up. Jaffe's over the wall. Is going to be able to blast cone to safety, but... I mean, that last play was sick. That one's going to make the highlight reel for sure. Coach is going to have some work for him later on.
Yeah, absolutely. And now Beanjar, they've got, it's only 1,300 8 minutes in, but they've, they got the dragon, they've gotten some kills, they've pushed it into the Zed, which is a good place to be. If you have a Zed, you need to get him ahead early if you want him to be effective in the late game. So letting him snowball, he's probably going to be dominating. He's already 20 CS up on Goon Cave. He's 2 kills up. I fully expect that this lane is about to become a nightmare for this cast, and either Dax needs to spend all of his time here babysitting him to prevent him from dying to soloing, or is this gonna have to give up on the lane and try to get the leads elsewhere on Music Boy or Brock Lee? But even Brock Lee is losing on his own, so yeah,
it's gonna be rough. I mean, you're gonna be looking at like a 10 to 12 minute Prowler's Claw, and at that point, I mean, Cass doesn't have much recourse. The ultimate is so easy to dodge. King has shown that he's mechanically good at this champion, so I mean, I'm just kind of wondering what the draft philosophy is, because Cassio isn't known to be a great matchup into Zed. She does struggle against assassins, and you saw it come out. So, I mean, definitely next game you could I would expect them to try to go for a safer matchup, especially if King is just going to blind something like this.
Yeah, like I said in the pick and ban, like the cast can work if you time it right, but it's all about timing, and we saw there like the Zed ults and immediately gets out of the castle. Like it's so perfect timing needed. It's so difficult to land. I just think Lissandra or Malzahar would have been better. Like point and click is the name of the game here. You don't want to leave it up to chance whether you hit something.
Oh, Jaffrey's going to get the ult back. No tower shot taken by Brock Lee, but this is where K'Sante loves to be. Jaffrey's going to have so much extra damage. Man, when K'Sante kills somebody, it just is unfortunate for everybody. Jeff God going to be forced to flash away. Already 1 kill headed to the bot side of Rapazo, as both bot laners are going to be dropping. Who's the kill going to go to? And Dax does grab it. So good gank on the side of the bot side to try to recover the bleeding that the top side's been suffering for the side of Jar.
Yeah, it was a good play here. And like we were saying, like talking about taking a chance, Jaffe taking a chance here to get the kill onto Brock Levo. What happened here on the bottom side? Okay, they just stepped too far forward. Even with the cleanse, there's just so much CC on the side of RLS. It's just really difficult for the Jar bot lane to get away.
Oh, Swiftly's in trouble, but the Rocket's gonna give the assist for enough damage to grab the kill. I throw Meeps is gonna barely make it out off the skin of his teeth, but well played. Good synergy from the side of Jeff God and Swiftly getting those ultimate combos in to let Lilia grab that extra kill onto the Varus.
Yeah, we were saying that they stepped too far forward, but I guess RLS decided to play copy and paste, do the same strategy. Step too far forward, Swifty picks up a kill. And just like that, Beanjar is right back into the driver's seat soloing, though. He's got to be careful. He doesn't have the shadow. He doesn't have
shadow down. He doesn't want to ult back in, so he's going to be forced to take a bunch of damage. Dax doesn't have ultimate up just yet, so there's not enough damage to kill him. As long as that doesn't land, and the shutdown is going to go over to Dax. That would have been really good if Goon would have grabbed it, but Dax grabbing another one isn't the end of the world. Finally able to punish Solo King, who's been playing so aggressively in this mid lane.
Yeah, he went way too far forward. Didn't have flash. The ult was kind of a last-ditch attempt to get out of there, but ooh, good root on the bottom side. This bottom lane for RLS is having they're doing okay. I would like to point out, I was wrong. Music Boy is not going lethality Varus. He is going on hit. He does have the shield bow. So playing more for this kind of like DPS in the late game to kind of complement the Cassiopeia, have the AD DPS, have the AP DPS. Realizing, okay, maybe we're not gonna. It's like I think he's seeing like Goon Cave in them. They're struggling to hit their to really get their ultimate, especially onto I'm soloing. So might as well try to avoid one-shotting and just go for sustained damage in a fight. And
yeah, the on-hit build is definitely superior when your team is a little bit behind. You're gonna have to be more reliant on your damage, and they're playing against a lot of champions with a lot of mobility, so it would have been very difficult to consistently land arrows anyway.
Yeah. Well, Dragon going down here for Beanjar. They're gonna get their second of the game, and we're about to find the soul. It is going to be.
It's the Infernal.
Let's go, Infernal Soul.
Dax looking like he was lagging there for a second. That is going to be the first tower going over. As Ultimate's going to go, Jaff is going to get the full pull through the wall. Broccoli is going to be in trouble. The Q3 doesn't land, so the knockback's not going to be there. So the health trade is actually in the advantage of Broccoli, as Goon Cave has finally managed to grab some extra gold in that mid lane, collecting up some plates. He does have teleport available also.
Yeah, that Javi is just kind of running it on this top lane. He's just so powerful. He hasn't even got his full item yet, even though Broccoli does, and he's still winning these trades, or at least going even. So I think it's going to get worse.
Ooh, W is
Goon
gonna
Cave.
land. R is gonna be forced to flash. I'm Solo King does not get these that ultimate off just yet, but another summoner spell being taxed off the side of the Casemiro, gonna be getting consistently punished in this mid lane. And now that the bot lane has already broken that tower, I expect a free solo bot lane for the side of Solo King if they don't get this kill on Broccoli, which it does look like they're looking for it. But Jeff God's going to be in trouble. The Fangs are going to be there, and Goon's going to grab one. Sleep's going to be there swiftly, and Goon is going to be stunned up and killed. But get the shutdown first. So much gold just went over to this Cassiopeia. He's going to go back and immediately get a needlessly large rod. Brock Lee forced to flash away, and the Q is going to get away with the Blast Cone, but it's not going to be enough to save his life. But Jaffe is going to die to the Q2, Cho'Gath R on an auto, and Solo King's going to grab another one.
And 2 for 3. Going in the favor there of RLS. Very good plays. Getting the kills onto Goon is really big, despite him dying. I mean, that return kill went on to the Lilia, so you're at least preventing Jinx from getting anything. Jeff God being really suppressed this game. The top side, Brock Lee picking up a kill into Jaffe. Soloing still getting ahead, but again, he
isn't there just yet. Knockoff's gonna land for Dax. Blast not gonna get him over the wall. E to the flash. And good traps on the side of Jeff God's going to be able to keep his mid laner safe. Well played on that part, but the summoner spell is getting hit. A little sloppy for the side of Beanjar. They have been playing so well in the early game, but the mid game they've been getting punished. And all that advantage that was onto the side of I'm Solo King from the lane is completely neutralized by Goon King just getting 2 shutdowns back to back.
Yeah, but I mean, if there's any champion in this game who doesn't need flash, it's probably Zed. So I guess, I mean, like, that does suck to be it down, but they did get Dax's ult out, so you at least don't have to deal with that Sejuani ult for a couple minutes. You've got some time. It gives you some time to pressure, especially if you see him show up, because he's not just going to, chuck it at Jeff God and lock him up. They can actually get pressure on the turret. They can get pressure on this Rift Herald. And while it has been a little bit more back and forth throughout, like, the fighting in the last couple of minutes, Beanjar continues to hold on to, that lead. To that objective control. That's the word I'm looking for. Objective control. And there's still no neutrals for RLS. They still don't have a turret either. I mean, to be fair, only 1 turret has gone down this entire game. Make that 2 now, sorry. But
it's going to be close. No, they look like they've got enough damage. This is just going to kill it. Are they going to try to push in for the second one? It looks like not. They don't have a lot of support into this mid lane just yet. But
Rockley's there on the side. He is spotted.
Yeah, and after Misa is going to get the hit on the eye, it's going to instantly take down the Rift Herald. Still shoving into this mid lane. Trying to clear out a lot of these flank wars, too. Camille is one of the best flankers in the game, so allowing her to get those instant angled onto Jeffcott could be the end of your Jinx really early. So smart to back up, play a little safer. I'm Solo King and Goon Cave are on the top side. No teleport on the side of I'm Solo King, who's going to get another good trade on the side of Goon Cave.
Yeah, and I think actually, they're just trying to take control of this jungle, this bottom side. You've got Dragon up in about a minute. So there's, getting rid of this vision, forcing RLS to walk into the dark is a really good opportunity to get a pick. Wouldn't guarantee this Dragon put themselves on Infernal Soul Point. So good play there. Good forcing out, knowing that, if they drop that Herald mid, it's gonna push RLS back, giving them the opportunity to do so. They're really doing good macro play on the side of Beanjar. Again, despite the issues with getting caught a couple times and losing a couple fights, they are playing their macro very well. They are doing one thing into the next thing. Ooh, Mox is though.
H-Deck for the side of Mox is unable to get the E off, so instantly killed. R's gonna go wide, not gonna land onto Jeff Guard Kamer. He had cleanse anyway. But this is third Drake, and it doesn't look like side of Beanjar wants to give it up just yet. Optomeats is going to be forced to use the Grand Entrance away. And this is a 4v5, so they're opting into this, saying that we can win it regardless. But there's not a lot of damage on the team regardless. Jinx is still sitting only on 1 item. Very comfortable for the side of Music Boy. So, but the ultimate usage is on their side. Only the Camille ultimate and the Cassiopeia R is available. and the Rakan are, which would be where Meeps is definitely looking to find his engage.
Oh, Meeps.
Yep, stunned up, forced to walk away. The team fight's gonna go. Jeff Guard trying to cut it out. I'm so looking, forced to get uses R, is gonna die first. Broccoli's gonna die in trade. 2 kills are gonna be there already.
Popping.
The Jinx is resetting. 3 kills for the triple kill. Is this gonna be the quadra as Jeff God's gonna kill everybody? And the game has turned completely on his head. And Jeff God, he just out team fought.
Oh, that
This is a 4v5.
That was a 4v5. It looked like Meeps, like, you know, had gotten a good bait onto them, but the ult from Brock Lee going on to soloing just buys so much time for Jeff God to get this DPS out. And once he takes one, it's just a reset after reset after reset. Jaffe coming back around. Meeps didn't even get to be in the fight. And I think that just like once Jaffe came back, it was just completely done. There's no way they can break through this this line. They used everything to kill I'm soloing. Yes, they pick him off. Yes, they get the kills there. But now, you know, you've got a Jinx 4 kills now off that fight. Now right back into this game. Now a Dragon soul point for Beanjar. It was a good fight. It was a good fight, and it was just, you know, a misplay and miscommunication from the side of RLS. You also saw too, a couple of them were still focusing on the Dragon while everyone else was fighting, and that split in what they were doing, that hesitation really cost them it, because it gave the time for Beanjar to make what was a 4v5 more of like a 3v2 or a 3v3 and give themselves that opportunity until Jaffe came back. And by that point, you've already got 2 people down and make it a 4v3. And just an easy cleanup from them. Their Beanjar's kind of starting to pull ahead of this game, starting to run away with it. If they get that soul, I'd be a little bit worried if I were the side of RLS.
Oh yeah, credit where it's due. Jaffe played that fight extremely well too. This is an example of all abilities matter. Forcing the grand entrance away from the Rakan just left all of it basically stuffed the entire engage for the side of RLS right away. There was nothing to get onto the Jinx once the charm wasn't going to be there. So I mean, just Swiftly's just gonna face check Zax, but he's 2 levels up, so Dak doesn't want this fight. As he's forced to walk away. Sleep is available for the side of this Lilia.
Yeah. They're zoning around this Baron. They're just trying to gain vision around it. I think they're looking to find just someone stepping up from RLS, getting caught out. They're gonna take this turret, obviously, but if they can kill Brock Lee here, or maybe even, like, you know, Dax, if he steps too far forward, that's just an easy call to go for Baron. Like, boy. Oh,
yeah, tons of damage on the side of Brock Lee, though, already. He's going to have to recall soon.
Swifty.
And Ultimate's going to go wide. Dax is going to be landed. Grand Entrance is going to follow up, but the flash away is going to prevent the knockup. As the teleport is just going to land onto the traps. Gunkei is in trouble, forced to flash away. R is going to be there. Drowsy is landing. Solo King's going to be able to grab 1. The Root is going to follow up. Jeff God hasn't found his avenue into auto just yet. The walk away is forced. Double kill for the Camille, as I throw Meeps is going to give his life over for free. Forced to bash away. Jeff God doesn't have enough vision to auto yet. Is he going to be able to find the fight? Dax is going to get the stun, but not enough damage.
Oh, no.
The resets, they're all low. Music Boy is forced to flash away. Jeff God can easily kill them all. The hook shot is available, though, so Camille shouldn't be in trouble now. They're waiting for the face check. Camille's going to try to go for it. The shield's there. Q2 shut down. Well done for Brock Lee, as Moxus is going to be forced to walk away.
Yeah, that was Beanjar taking another 4v5. They do come out on the worst end of it this time. They do lose, you know, they lose 3 for 2 in this case, but they get a turret on the bottom side. They still made it very close. If Jeff God had hit that auto onto Meeps before he killed Dax, I think that was just going to be him running down Music Boy. But still, getting dicey here for RLS. They do hold on. They do manage to pick up some kills. They do shut down Jeff God. That's really big, especially getting it onto Brock Lee. You know, he's going to be really big in these fights, trying to lock down Jeff, make it so he can't escape. But because even Black Shield's not going to mean anything inside of a Camille ult.
Yeah,
but still
low. And that's a ton of damage. You're sitting there tanking the Camille. You can't use the blast cone just yet. R is going to go wide. Swiftly's going to be in trouble. The Q hasn't landed yet, so the bonus damage is going to be there. Double sleep. All the autos. R is going to come through for the Jinx, but is it going to land on the box side? Solo Q's going to grab 2 and force to walk away. R is going to be there for the side of the backline. We have 2 fights on 2 different sides. Music Boy is going to drop double kill to Solo King. Brock Lee doesn't have enough in the chamber. It's not going to be enough for him to grab another kill, as Brock Lee dies for he goes on a rampage and trades it for Swiftly, who's going to grab 1, as Jeff God just gets to have a free open tier 2 tower.
That looked like it was going to be so bad for Beanjar. Jappy like started that fight with 20% health, with like just taking it as he was trying to take Gromp, and they still managed to just lose the support. That's it. It was a 4v5.
I'm for me. He's gonna need to be careful. The stun, like Jinx is about to get excited. He's gonna have that extra damage. 2 autos left on the tower, and Jeff God's not gonna go for it just yet. I mean, but that's like a 3 auto Rakan right now. There's not a lot of HP on the side of him.
Yeah, that's just this game's starting to get out of control for the side of RLS. Beanjar is becoming way too powerful right now. They are just running away with this game. It is 3 seconds till Infernal. Yes, RLS has the inside track on it, but they are 7,000 gold down. All this gold on the Zed, on the Jinx, and the rest of the team just positioning so well in fights. RLS looking so disjointed. I don't know, like they're not even able to get onto this dragon. I think this one's done. They got to be careful they don't just get aced here.
Yeah, I would give it. This is clearly not going to be a winnable fight. Already taking a bunch of damage on the health pools. That's going to get stunned up. Going to be getting kited out. He's going to just die for free. First kill going to go over to Jeff God. The R is going to be there for the side of I'm throwing these. Brock Lee doesn't ult the Jinx though. I'm so looking low. Brock Lee is going to die, and the stun's going to be landed from the side of Goon, who's going to be able to pick up the Jinx and grab the Zed also. So a bunch of gold going over to this mid laner, but it's not enough as Beanjar is going to grab this Infernal Soul.
Oh, Brock Lee. It looked like he might have it there. I mean, like we were saying, they RLS stayed around too long. Dax dies here, but Brock Lee and the rest of RLS still look like there's an opportunity here. Everyone's distracted by Music Boy, but he ults the Zed instead of Jinx, gives her time. Goo Cave, though, I want to point out, that was a big play here. He gets soloing, he gets Jeff God, so he at least prevents them from just being able to just go run it and end the game, but they lose the dragon, they lose the soul. Infernal Soul now is going to make this even more of hell for them. A Zed ulting your Varus with Infernal Soul up 7-4. He's just going to basically murder them. And now, ooh, Jackie caught though.
Yep, we're going to play the how long will it take to kill a tank. Now, this is going to take an extremely long time, even with Camille's true damage. And there's not a lot to come, but Goon Cave is on the way. R is going to be fully over the wall on the side of Brock Lee. But this is very slow going. Brock Lee could just win this straight out. Q2 is going to get the heal. The hook shot is not going to land, and neither is the grand entrance. So Jaffe's going to flash the emotes, showing some confidence so far, as this is just going to be a free Baron with 3 people on the bot side. Unless Dax can steal it, the R is going to give him vision. He's going to be able to Q over the wall. He's going to look in. Dax isn't going to grab it. Early smite, and it's going to go over to Moxus of all people. The root is going to land. R is going to be followed up. It's going to be enough damage as Jeff God's going to grab it, as Moxus look to land another Q. Good R on the side of Swiftly. Just good communication so far from the side of Beanjar. This is the second time they've had a good ult combo that's taken somebody out from massive range.
Yeah, and they played that so well, using Jappy to draw 3 people to the bottom. They don't even pick up the kill on him, and they managed to take the Baron. They managed to take the jungler, and 5v4 for the next 15 seconds. It's not going to be long enough to end the game, but it is long enough that they're going to be able to at least crack the top side of the base. They've already got the middle down. Maybe they go for an inhibitor. Oh,
He's taking a bunch of damage. Gonna bring that rocket onto the side of Gooncake, as Music Boy is gonna find himself looking at the gray screen instantly from Absolute. And if it's not game, it's definitely gonna be close. Not a lot of damage. Brock Lee is on the flank, trying to find Jeff God, who is only on a 4th HP. R's gonna land. Grand Interest is gonna force the flash out. I Throw Meeps is gonna get the R late. 1 reset already for the side of Jeff God, who's looking to get the kill onto Gooncave. Flash in. Black Shield's gonna prevent the stun. Gooncave doesn't have the fangs, and that's another kill grabbed over by the side of Jeff God, kiting it out. Double kill so far. Brock Lee is still sitting on the flank. He wants to kill on this Jinx before the game's over. He's prepping the Q2. Doesn't have the root. He's stunned up. He's rooted by Jaffe, and that is great peeling, as the side of Beanjar takes a clean one at 27 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, just a fantastic macro game. A beautiful macro game of anything coming out of Beanjar. This team looked so clean there. And despite all the efforts, despite honestly what I thought was a better composition, especially for the late game coming out of RLS, they allow the early advantages. They play disjointed in their team fights, and you can see the experience, the use of playing together as a team that's coming out from the side of Beanjar showing up. But also, the issue when you don't have Fang, he's out right now due to an emergency. And you can see the importance he has to this team, the importance he has in helping his teams succeed with his shot calling. It was desperately needed here.
I mean, yeah, I mean, Music Boy had a really, really rough game. Only 7.9k damage, so less than even Moxus. And when you're walking up to the fight and instantly dying to the side of the Zed, who just R's back and gets out for free, I mean, there's not really much you can do. Was unable to get those autos out in any of the fights. And if you're the side of RLS, you're not too heartbroken. A lot of this could be fixed with just drafting some different champions and kind of having some better answers for the side of what Beanjar was going for, because they definitely didn't hide their hand. They basically blind picked every single lane, and that is very punishable.
It is, but I think at the macro level, that's where the issues are coming right now. Even like the coordination is where I think RLS really needs to sort it. I mean, the draft is okay. I think they got to make sure that they are together on fights. They have to organize what they're doing better. I think that's really where I think the big issue is, and I hope to see some improvement in this next game.
Yeah, there's definitely some room for improvement. And then as we go to a break, we will be back with Game 2 in just a moment, so stick around because there's more FOF to come.